Hey guys, welcome to another video on engineered wisdom. This is part one of many other videos which will be based on delay analysis in Primavera P6. In today's video, we will just start with some basic introduction of setting up your Primavera, setting up your calendars and understanding how calendars work. And we will also look at creating an enterprise project structure along with creating a project and adding new activities. This will be a very basic introduction and we will delve deep in the upcoming videos where I'll teach you step by step on how to perform delay analysis when your projects run off track, especially in the situation we are facing these days due to COVID-19. Many projects are off track and there's delay in a lot of projects, whether it's construction, IT, or any other types of projects. So let's not waste any more time and give you the introduction needed. So first, I have the screen open. P6 is already open. I hope you know how to set this up. If you don't, just give me a comment below in my YouTube channel and I'll be happy to help you in installing this on your system. So let's say when you open this, maybe you would have another screen over here, but if you don't have the screen, you go into enterprise and you can go into projects. But let's just first start with the calendar. I hope you guys are familiar with P6. These lectures, upcoming lectures, will be focused on delay analysis and for scenic planning instead of teaching you how to operate Primavera P6. So if you would like to learn more on that, you can just leave a comment and I'll teach you step by step on how to create projects in Primavera, schedule them, baseline them, update them, and create reports. But that's another topic. So over here, what I would do is go to Enterprise, Calendars. So you get a screen like this. It could be possible that you have a different calendar selected. Maybe it's 5 into 10. For example, this was my previous company. We had 6 days of work in a week and 8 hours in a day. That's the typical work schedule for construction industry in the UAE. But for this lecture and this delay analysis, we would select 7 into 24. Now you would say, why 7 into 24? Like, who works 7 days a week, 24 hours a day? It's not possible. But I want to show how important calendar is in Primavera P6. And if you have a wrong calendar, if there's any changes in the calendar, all your days and your manpower allocation, etc., could be messed up. So let's select 7 into 24 and close. Once that's done, by the way, you can customize anything in Primavera. For example, this screen over here, this part, if you right click this, you can go into customize project details and you can specify what tab you need to display here. You can just remove stuff, you can add stuff, and you can play around with this and shift it up or down as per your liking. Let's just keep it the same. So once that's done, you go into enterprise now, because now these rows depict an enterprise, or you could say a program which has projects built into it. Now at the moment, I'm going to make a series of lectures on delay analysis. So for that, let's say I'll create a new program called um, delay analysis, let's say. Delay analysis tutorials, and the ID should be really specific. So I would say delay analysis. So it's DA and maybe 2020 because I'm doing this in 2020. And now you see this is part of, I don't see it over here. Why? Because it's part of the ABC contracting company. I don't want it to be there. So I will just click it to the left. Now it's right here. See this? So I think we'll just keep it there and we say close. So now we have added an enterprise structure or a program. Now we need to add projects into this because this is empty. There's no plus sign here. So we don't have any project in this. Now my lesson 1, I'll be considering this as my first project. So I would either right click this and add it by clicking this, or I can say insert, or I could just go here and click plus. So when I click plus, this new project, this new window opens, and you need to make sure that the EPS is right. So yes, it's part of the delay analysis tutorials. I go next. I put in a project ID. Let's say delay analysis lesson 1. And I could say, what could be the project name? Let's say lesson 1, setting up and understanding calendars. I think that's all right. Setting up and understanding calendars. That's the main topic for today. Well, I am creating the EPS. I am creating a project. I'll be adding activities, but that's the secondary part. My primary objective over here is to show you how important the calendar is for delay analysis. So I say next. Over here, the default setting is 00, which is like at nighttime, but I would change this to, I would recommend changing this to 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever is the morning timings for your company. I'll tell you why this is important in my next lecture when I'll be teaching you the delay analysis. It's all right. We say next. I think this is all right. No need to change this. You can say next. Congratulations, it's done. Okay. Here we have the first project. Now, before adding activities, I missed one point, which is we need to make sure that these preferences are set up correctly. The earned value calculation. We need to set this when calculating earned value from a baseline use. It should be at completion values with current dates, and I'll tell you why this is important. This seems all right. I just press close. So now we are set up for adding these activities. Okay. Once your project is set up, you just open your project and you get a new tab here, activities. Now we need to set up or add our activities. So I could say plus, or I could say insert or add, and I could say activity A. I can press insert, activity. Oops, sorry. Activity. Oh my god. Oh wow. This reminds me of a video I saw on Facebook. Ini di binining. So I'm messing up my spelling in the same way. Enter, press another. So I'll just add all of these. Enter, enter, shift, enter. I don't need to enter all of these. I'll just copy paste this. Let's make things easier. Paste, paste, and paste. Make this C. Oops. Make this C. Make this D. And make this E. I hope you guys are following along and performing this in your Primavera software along with me. You can just pause this whenever you want and follow along. So I believe this would be different for you. It could be different for you because I have this layout applied here, which has these columns, which is activity ID, activity name, original duration, start, finish, and calendar days. I don't know who's honking. Oh my god, these guys are crazy. So if you don't have these columns, you could do one thing. You just go here, columns, and you can adjust these or add whatever columns you wish to add. For example, we don't need cost and everything now, maybe later. So what we need now is the calendars, because we want to show how important a role the calendar plays. And what do we mean by setting up calendars? So let's say find, oh, critical, nah, calendars. I think this would help me. What? How come, man? Where's the spelling of calendar? Calendar, right? Find next. Wow. How am I messing this up? Oh, wow. Calendar is already there. Okay, wow. That's really weird. I guess I already set this up before. So we have calendar here. If it's not there, so yeah, you can just find calendar. Now I'll find calendar for you. Yep. Find. Yep. Double click. It's there. Cancel. Apply. Okay. And you have this. Let me just zoom out for you. Actually zoom in. So you see here it's 5 days, 2 days, 2 days each. This is like a default setting, I believe. It would be 5 days for some guys. Maybe I had adjusted these settings before, so it shows 2 days for me. But let's just make this 10 days. All right, 10 days. So this activity starts on 18th of May, 9 o'clock. Wow, I don't like this. I shouldn't have this here. I mean, we could have this here, but it just makes things complicated. So I think it should just have the date and not the time. But let's just keep it like that. Make this 10 as well. Okay, make this, oops, and there's a trick here. If I, instead of typing 10 10 each, I already typed 10 here. I can just shift and drag down and Control E, and it fills in the duration for each activity below. So now it's 10 days. So what does this mean? This calendar says that, for example, activity A, I went to the site manager or site engineer and asked him, hey, this activity A, let's just name it something, wall painting, let's say. This activity takes 10 days for one person. He has one labor. If he works 10 days, he's going to paint that wall. Now, I would say, oh, okay, 10 days, okay, that's cool. But in reality, over here, I have selected 7 into 24. Like, this person needs to work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and for 10 days. Only then he'll be able to complete this. So basically, he's working 10 days, 24 hours, which is 240 hours, right? But he cannot split this up. He needs to work day and night without eating, without drinking, without going to the washroom, etc. So the point is that this is not realistic. And the second thing, if I change this to, let's say, 5 into 10, which means 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, this is quite realistic. But then this won't be 10 days. I'll show you how. So you just add this. Oh wow. So if this person works 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, he needs this for the same activity, he needs 22 days, right? So you understand now. Why is it 22 days? I said, hey, so 22 days, okay, how many hours is that? So he'll be working 10 hours a day for 22 days, which is 10 into 22, which is 220 hours. And we said that it takes 240 hours. Where is the 20 hours gone there? Now let's go back to calendars and let's look at 5 into 10 first. Modify. Okay, so 10 hours a day. Saturdays are off, Sundays are off. Let's look at the detail work hours a day. So let's have a look at this here. He starts working at 7. He has lunch break at 12. From 12 to 1. So 1 hour is gone there. Then he starts work again at 1 up to 5. So he's working 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. That's right, 10 hours. Yep. And why is this giving us 220 hours? So let's go back. Let's look at 7 into 24, modify. So we are saying that this is 24 hours a day. Hey, but it says 22 hours here, so why is that? Where are the other 2 hours? So, oh, okay, so he has lunch break. So he's not like 24 hours a day. He has 1 hour gap here, 1 hour gap here. So he's actually working 22 hours. So in reality, it's not 24 hours. So it should be 22 into 10, which is 220 hours. That makes sense. So if he's working in a calendar of 7 into 24, 7 into 24, which means that 220 hours. And if the calendar is changed, the timings are changed for that person to 5 into 10, he's still working 220 hours, but he would take 22 days. So this is really important to take into consideration the calendar, because this calendar can really fluctuate the timings of the activities. So we will continue this in the next lecture. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and comment. And if you have any doubts or questions, you can always feel free to comment. I'm available on YouTube. I'm also there on Facebook, Instagram. I have linked all the stuff, all the links are in the description box below. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope I'll be able to record for you guys the next lesson in this delay analysis. And I hope we reach soon to the point where we'll be discussing on time impact analysis, windows analysis, impact as planned analysis, and all that's really cool stuff. So thank you and bye-bye.